What's up, folks? Just check the YouTube real quick. Seemed like my sensitivity on my mic was too high and it was too close. So let me check it real quick. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, cool. Alright. Got him, coach. Okay. Real quick. Okay. Oh dang, this might about to die. Put this up. Hold up real quick, I'll plug this up. I'm gonna have to make this a quicker than normal live stream today. Gotta go on a little trip. I have to leave probably about like 3:45 or something. Okay, let's talk to Baruch. By the way, this is Dawntrail 7.1. Skater did World Invitation. I don't know if my eye level's high enough for anything. I'm going straight into it, so we'll see. It is a pleasure as always, E-Rock. Have you been able to relax lately? Wonderful. As busy as you have been, with the right of succession among other things, you deserve an opportunity to experience Tulio Law at a more leisurely pace. Sampling the tacos at Shabalyev Thai? I don't know. There's one such way to do so. They're made the traditional way and laden with fillings and are absolutely sublime. If you have an empty stomach, the owner, Brook Uvu, will look after you. Alright. I went ahead and changed the samurai. I hate that clipping move at the bottom. I had to go and check. Change the routes here back to Shadowbringer Days and Walker. Alright. Well, if it is an E-Rock. Alone today, are you? Hi. I see. If you have a hankering for tacos, then they're on the house. Consider it a token of gratitude for your help tracking down those treasures. Go ahead and find a table. I'll bring you your meal as soon as it is ready. Which, by the way, I haven't finished. I don't think I finished that yet. No, that ain't it. Roll quest? It's down at the bottom. I sure haven't. I got one more. It looks like. Wait, that's Walker. Dawntrail. Oh my gosh. I've only done one. Yikes. Wait. What does it say? Melee. What is this? Maybe that's connected to all of them. Okay, anyway. Taco time. But it ain't Tuesday. I love me some tacos. Hold up, what's this? Okay, yeah. So you still love tacos, I hope? You ate so many when you turned 5, you could barely move afterwards. Remember that? No, not really. That was 30 years ago for me. Oh, he's from Solution 9. Right. Sorry, it's strange for me too. Just the other day, you were a little boy clinging to your mother's skirt as you set off for Yasulani, and now you're a man grown with a face full of hair. Even so, I knew you were my son the instant I saw you. We're still family, and you can always rely on me. That's crazy. That's crazy. Man, just imagine that. That's crazy. You had a son who's like 5. Like, say you have a son. Today he's 5. And there's like this explosion. He's trapped in this thing for 1 day, maybe 2 days. And then he's able to finally come out, and he's 30 years old. Dang! Now, he's had a full life. He's actually experienced it, lived it. But to you, it's only been like 1 or 2 days. That's great. Anyways, relying, that feels like the only thing I'm doing right now. On you and everyone else. I can't even start a fire without assistance at my new job. Back in Alexandria, we had electrope. If I need fire, all I do was press a button. Everything was at our fingertips. But here I'm helpless, a culinary, and we can't even light the stove. The way the others in the kitchen stared at me. Gods, I've never felt so embarrassed. I'm sorry to hear that. I've been told the tales, but it seems life is really different within the dome. My wife and children, I was thinking I'd have them join me once things had settled, but at this rate... Dang, you got a grandchild already. Well, you were just 5. I say you send for them. If they're your family, then they're mine too. I'll do whatever's necessary to make it work. I didn't mean to overhear, but it seems you're having trouble readjusting to life in Tulia alone. Valwukaman. It's her again. She's back. Faithful like yourself, we've established a support group at the Wing of Reflection. There you can learn the skills you need to live outside the dome. It isn't easy being back, I know, but I'm hopeful that they can make things easier. That's exactly what I need. I'll definitely seek this group out, and I'll bring my family with me. Thank you. Oh, look who it is. I was just about to go and find you. You right? You don't mind the company, I hope. I could use a bite to you myself. Yes, actually, I do mind. That's a yes as in I do mind. Can you leave me alone? Leave me alone. That's crazy. I wonder if it's Alright, don't keep complaining about it. Alright, don't keep complaining. Ah, the tacos here never disappoint. So, what have you been up to lately? Just want to draw with my trusty alpaca. I'm glad the spitting devil is serving you well, and you're still enjoying seeing the sights. As for myself, I've been kept busy with duties at the palace, but whenever I find a moment, I like to walk the streets and talk to the people. That way I can better understand the problems they have and share them with Koana to figure out solutions. I was on such a walk just now, and as I mentioned, I was hoping to find you. Koana and I have something we want to discuss with you as dawn servants. You have time to come to the house. Great, I'll go on ahead. Please come and join us once you're finished here. I'm finished. I don't know which person is closer. Yeah, I haven't done any of the side stuff. I might try to live stream that too. The 8-man and the 24-man. Where am I? That doesn't make me run up all these stairs. Use this. machinist. Use my Peloton limb faster. Jog faster. Oh, that's him right here. That's him right. Oh, there it is. Sup, Mr. E-Rock. It is always an honor. Valkuana has stepped away to attend to a pressing matter, but he should join you within before long. What up, Scions? Alizé, the original Zaleski? Oh, you're here too. Valkuana summoned us, though if truth be told, Alphinaud and I have been seeing him quite regularly of late. You know, these very cinematic cutscenes, they normally have voice acting. What's going on with this? What's this about? He asked us to share our knowledge of Hainish culture, you see, in hopes of further strengthening your alliance. We were, of course, happy to oblige him. Kral and I were likewise summoned. Otherwise, we've been carrying on with our work, compiling information on the Golden City. My grandfather embarked on his investigation 20 years ago. With our report, we shall finish what he started. Lest you wonder, Thancred and Urianger have left to resume their tour of Tural. Y'shtola, meanwhile, is back to researching cross-route travel. She was here just a few days ago to get Koana's permission to investigate living memory. By the way, she mentioned wanting to take a look at the key and you're keeping it at some point. She misses me. If the look she had in her eyes was any indication, I suggest you brace yourself for when she comes calling. You'll like to be stuck with her for a while. As for Estinian, we know neither where he is nor what he's doing. Some things never change. This. There's Koana. My apologies for the delay. Koana's not so bad as a character. Think nothing of it. We took advantage of the time to catch up. So, what can we do for you? Hopefully present company is enough for whatever it is you need. The matter of which I have summoned you pertains to Alexandria. A state funeral will soon be held in Solutionan to mourn the passage of Queen Sphene. King Guja and his administration have invited us to attend. Yeah? While certain issues remain unresolved between our nations, such as the treatment of Yasulani, I see no reason not to attend. For generations, the Alexandrians lived without even the awareness of death. I wouldn't have expected them to have funeral rites still. Apparently the members of Oblivion unearthed records of ceremonies that were conducted in the Alexandria of old. It was they who put forth the proposal that the queen be thus honored. Leave it to that lot to think of such things. The people of Alexandria no longer forget the departed. They're being confronted with the idea of death for the first time. I suspect our friends wanted to do something for them. I would not want to forget people who died. That's horrible. To just be forgotten like that. Josephine was but a simulacrum, I don't know. She was nonetheless a pillar for her people. The pain of her passing must run deep. Yeah, she's not real, which is weird. That'd be like me creating a in real life monument to and funeral for a haunch font. It's not real. Indeed, a funeral will give Alexandrians the chance to come together to express their grief, that they might overcome it. I wasn't sure at first, but I've decided to go, not only to be there for Guluja, but to put this chapter behind us. Yes, the Slayer's Fiend. Be there at the funeral. That I requested your presence was none other than to see if you wished to attend the funeral. You knew Sphene as well, after all. Shall the Slayer of Sphene be at the funeral? I think I should go too. Sometimes I wonder if there wasn't another way. That would be inappropriate. Because we were rolling her demise, I take it. But we had no choice. We had to stop her from killing countless innocents. I won't force you to attend the funeral if it makes you feel uncomfortable, but while I represent Tuliayal in an official capacity, I'd like it if you could be there to watch over everything. I feel the rest of us should go too. Regardless of the reason, the fact remains that we deprived Alexandria of a beloved ruler. It's only right that we remember who Sphene was, to her people and to others. So let us stand with you. Then it's decided. Let's head to Solution 9 and look for Guluja in the back room. The upper room when Jesus. Sorry, I got that from that movie called Life with Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy. They were singing like that. The upper room when Jesus. On deck. On deck. Alright. Let me see. Oops. Alright. Where we at? Where they at? I like this music. Hi! I think this is where, oh, I ain't opened the new dungeon. Back room. You into the back room? Yeah. What up, Guluja? The original Ja? Oh, you came for the funeral. Excuse me. Of course. I'm the only one who will officially take part, though. The others will watch over the proceedings. So, how have you been? It's been a while since my last visit. I'm good. Sharon's always teaching me new things. Recently, I've learned about Everkeep's system and the mechanical soldiers. It's knowledge I'll need to use my authority property. Studious as always, I see. By way of a treat, I brought you gâteau au chocolat. It's a kind of cake. I think you'll like it.
Thank you, Lamati, and thank you for coming. I've never been to a funeral before, so I feel less nervous having you here.
Out of curiosity, what's the custom in Alexandria? In our world, it's common to offer flowers to the departed. It's much the same here, and according to the records, flowers will be distributed to all attendees. Considering that all the worlds used to be one, the practice of offering flowers may well share the same ancient origin. Fascinating, wouldn't you say? No, I wouldn't say. Just kidding. Give me the money, man. You know what I'm saying? Just give me the money. I'll get some food done today. What's Alphino looking at, cuz? What you looking at? What you looking at? What about Alizé? It's a relief to see that Gulu Jha is doing well. He's been through too much for one so young. From a group that plotted to undermine a tyrant king from the shadows to one that aids their fellow citizens in the open. Oblivion has come a long way. For the people to take it on themselves to organize and hold the funeral, it speaks to their enduring love for Sveen. Okay, what you gotta say after that? Although I've been in the back room before, there was no time to see the sights. I should like to have a closer look at the equipment. The flowers are being handed out at Praxis Park. I'm thinking of heading over there now. Who'll join you? There's a man I would like to speak with, Gosan. He was apparently Sveen's aide, and the one who sent us the invitation. Come on, let's go. Get used to the Ethernet, something like this. Ended up north. Ended up north on the north side. Alright. Everybody tell me that. It makes sense that Sveen had loyal aides such as Gosan, given how much time she dedicated to walking among her people. I don't really get that, but okay. Why, you're the Slayer of Sveen, yes! I've come to attend the funeral. I'm Valwuk Lamad of Tuliyoyal. Thank you for extending us an invitation to Queen Sveen's funeral. We are honored, truly. I had seen you before from a distance, but never had the pleasure. I'm Gosan, former chief aide to the Queen. Since her passing, I have been responsible for administering affairs of state.
Can we get our flowers here?
Yes, Your Majesty. The flowers are being handed out at the counter yonder, alongside the regulators. What? We need to wear regulators for the funeral? Rest assured, they are not a requirement. We're aware your people do not use them. You see, people in Alexandria of old wore tokens of mourning upon their person when attending funerals. As such tokens were black, it was suggested that we might wear regulators painted the same color. We've yet to produce enough for everyone, but we're distributing them as we are able. I see. Yet regulators or no, the important thing is that we remember Queen Sveen. Remember her and her kindness as you make an offering of your flowers. will. The proceedings will soon begin in the plaza. Please take your place once you have your flower. I like the way that bass sounds. A moment of silence. I got some allergy stuff popping off.
Although we are gathered here for the same reason, we hail from different lands. Some were born and raised in the Alexandria of old, while others came to us from Tuliolal. It was from this union of diverse peoples that a new Alexandria was born. The only home that our younger generation knows. How did we overcome the barriers between us? What moved us to join hands in common purpose beneath crackling skies? You know the answer. We survived. We thrived because Queen Sphene brought us together. Inspired and encouraged by her boundless kindness, we strove to be better, for ourselves as well as those around us.
I can't get over regulators.
And in Her Majesty's absence, there is a sadness beyond words. Yet we will remember her. Remember all the good that she has done for us. So let us pray, as the people of the Old Kingdom once did, for the peaceful repose of the departed. And let us keep our beloved Queen forever in our hearts.
Forever in
that
our
her
hearts.
memory might guide us unto the morrow. Would that I could find solace in my own words.
Was Queen Sphene taken to the cloud?
She must have been.
She dead, bruh.
To still remember her is strange, isn't it, darling?
I miss her. She would always cheer me up when I was down. But even though I remember her, I'll never see her again. That doesn't make sense.
Right.
It seems that's what it means to die, I'm afraid.
But what will happen to us? Are we just going to be sad forever?
What will happen indeed? Everything that we have, we owe to Queen Sphene. How are we to go on without her?
I still remember Her Majesty so clearly. If only I didn't, I might feel better about the future of our realm.
Perhaps we should also consider moving to Tuliolo. The journey won't be easy, but it'd be better than staying here in uncertainty.
In times like these, I take comfort in the beliefs of a Turali people called the Yokui. To them, death isn't the end. So long as we're remembered, we never truly die. It could be the same for Queen Sphene, you know? If you keep her alive in your hearts, she'll always be with you.
But we still won't be able to see her, right? I don't want to think about that. I wish I could just forget instead of having to feel like this.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to impose. Please, mourn your queen however you see fit. As expected, they struggle to come to terms with their loss. I hope they can find a way to move forward.
It's not only grief that weighs on them, but worry for the future. Bereft of their queen, how will they proceed?
True. But with that at least, we're not powerless to help. What is it,
It
Gulocha?
does suck to have to deal with that when you haven't had to.
I was wondering, is it better to remember or forget someone when they're dead?
Remember. Easy.
I remember my father, and every time I think of him, it hurts. It's the same with Queen Sphene. Knowing that she's gone makes me feel sad. But it's different with my mother. I never knew her, so I don't feel as
I
bad.
was asking that almost the entire end of the expansion. Who's his mama?
I want to remember my father, but maybe I'd be better off forgetting him.
12 o'clock.
Gulocha.
Tornadoes, things is going off.
Why don't we
Alarms.
continue this
Test.
somewhere else?
I was asking the same thing. I was like, who would Gulu Jaw be romantic with? That dude be kills his own father. All he cares about is being strong and ruling. Like, who would, you know what I'm saying? Like, who? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Regulators. Ugh, I hate them things. I really do. I really do. They are a blight. Seeing that child reminded me of myself, of how hard it was for me to accept that grandfather was gone. But that sadness is what gave me the strength to come this far, and I would never choose to forget it. Never. Amen, sister. I hope the altar can provide comfort to those who need it. Simply leaving Alexandria won't solve all their problems, I fear. The problem is deeper than that. Hold up, I need to turn my... There we go. Whenever I have my headphones loud, I start talking louder. Okay, let's see. This seems a good place to continue our conversation. Sorry, I shouldn't have brought that up. You don't need to apologize, big bro. You ain't got to apologize. You ain't got to apologize. Alright. Checking my volume. Okay. Hey, Gulu Ja, do you really know nothing about your mother? No. Xiao searched the system for information on residents, but the only Memlu Ja she found listed were my father and me. Even if she died and was erased from people's memories, she should have been there. But she wasn't. Well, that you're here means she was here too, inside the dome. There can't be any other way about it. Perhaps we should try looking again. Do you want to know your mother? Yeah, I want to know who this lady is. So I ain't asking. We gonna do it. Maybe. It's hard to explain. I'm not sad, but I feel like I'm missing something. So even if it makes me feel sad, I want to know my mother. I see. Well, that's what you want. Then I'll help you. I'd like to help as well, and I believe I speak for the others too. Don't speak for me. I mean, I do, but don't speak for me. But I can't bother you with this. You already came for the funeral. We came here not only for the funeral, but to see whether all was well in Alexandria. We're not about to leave just yet. Besides, in seeking to learn about your mother, we're bound to learn about your father as well. By retracing the steps of this man who kept his own counsel, we may gain knowledge that can serve the people of Alexandria. Alright. Thank you, everyone. Let's do it. The hilt of that sword, boy. Dragon. Is it a dragon? Yeah. Y'all don't want to see this. Y'all don't want to see this sword. Assuming neither memories nor records of Guluja's mother remains, we must cast as wide a net as possible. I suggest we split into groups. E-Rock, if you could make inquiries outside in the outskirts, the rest of us will do the same, and so we should not. No, y'all go outside. Let me look around. Why I gotta go outside? Outside's bigger than inside. I'm afraid I might give somebody the sword while I'm here, probably. No, I need a mount for the times. You know what I'm saying? I need a mount for the times. Yeah. So where's somebody I can talk to? Where's somebody I can talk to around here? Why y'all hiding? There's one. Two. Those are interesting looking trees. Halo. Sorry, but I've never heard of a Mammoth woman living in these parts, much less one connected to Zorul Jah. You might have better luck talking to the people over at Tanawata, settlement to the north of Everkeep, in a place called Ueyawata. The resilient son won their loyalty when he saved them from some crisis or another, or so the story goes. If I remember correctly, their chief's name was Kanekolokoloka. Cool. Washi. What's the matter? Not to. Oh, there's one. Hey, yo! Looking for a Mammoth woman? Oh, Bulujah's mother. I can't help you there, I'm afraid. I only know little about Zoralja, and then only what my father told me. He said that before the dome cut us off from the outside world, Taral Vidral had appeared and was terrorizing the region. In response, Zoralja assembled a party of warriors, and with them confronted and felled the beast. It was interesting to hear of the king's feat in the past. Well, righto! Step lively! Let's go talk to him. Oh, I was gonna talk to him! Oh, they get some people well. Really not that difficult to find. Any difficult to find? Where's it up there? 3. There's one more somewhere. Wherefore art thou numero 3? Wherefore art thou? There's someone else I can talk to. Oh. A Mammoth woman? Their people have never been a common sight around here. Why, the last time I saw one would have been before the dome came down over our heads. She was among an entourage of Landsguard that was dispatched here. I assume they all returned to Tuliyola after their mission. But if any remained, I suppose they could have been trapped in here with the rest of us. Thanks for the helpful information. What y'all got? I did get all the flying stuff done. This place is huge! Leanderthal. You headed to the back room? Why, yes, sir, I am. Okay. Where I get to stand at, yo? Y'all leave no opening in the circle for us, brother. Solution 9 is vast indeed. Even with the teleporters, we could cover but a small portion of it. The mighty didn't seem to have much luck. How did you fare? Okay, let's just get on with it. Bulujah has told me all. We previously tried to track down records of his mother, but came up empty-handed. With everyone's help, hopefully we can get somewhere this time. Yeah, man, I got some information written down on these pieces of paper. Ah, you spoke with quite a few different people as well. Let's combine all our findings and see what conclusions we might draw. So Zoralja brought a retinue of Landsguard to Yasulani, among whom was a female Mamuja. His mission was to rid the region of Tural Vidral, and I believe it's safe to say that was the crisis in Uweyawata he resolved. As some of his troops stuck around for a time, perhaps to assist the villagers with recovery efforts, then they could have indeed gotten trapped in the dome. We also heard stories about the settlement in Uweyawata. People lived there until nearly a decade ago, and Zoralja made regular visits. Zoralja. If he required secrecy, a location home to his most loyal followers would be ideal. And if this Mamuja woman had remained there, they would have had occasion to come into contact. Romance abounds and abuds. I see. But what could Zoralja have been doing in that village? Two. I think we're going to answer that question. In order to retrace Zoralja's steps, Saraha and I spoke with the researcher who worked at Origenics. He said that approximately 20 years ago, a number of his colleagues were transferred to a research facility outside Everkeep, per the King's direct order. This is the first I have heard of such a facility. Only Vanguard was believed to have been under the King's jurisdiction. It was apparently being used to develop a new kind of weapon, but I'm afraid that was all we could learn. There's plenty to go on. Even if the work there was classified, any materials and equipment needed would have been manufactured within Everkeep. So if we look into transportation records, there it is. The routes are full of detours and attempts at obfuscation, but large deliveries were made to Uweyawata, far too large for a mere village. Hungry. There hasn't been any activity for years, though. It's likely the facility has been decommissioned. Do you think that's where my mother was? I can't say for certain just yet, but I reckon there's a good chance. This is amazing. Even though no one remembers her, you managed to figure all this out. Each piece of the puzzle may reveal little on its own, but when we put several together, a picture begins to form. And even should memories fade, footprints remain to mark the path of those who walked before. A lesson I learned in another life. The Exarch! So we'll be investigating his the secret facility in Uweyawata. And this time, I want you to come along. Guluja. Uweyawata is on the other side of the lake. To get there, you'll need to take a hover cargo from the Drift Downs. You've got the Downs! Alright, thank you, shall we say? Get it. Shall we say? You've got the Downs. Is it outside? I don't know this place. I don't know where Drift Downs is. Assuming it's outside. Hi! It's better mountain. What should we do? gold in contrast to the purple, you know what I'm saying? I'm kidding. You wata. Hold up. Is this about to open up a dungeon? No! So the hover cargo will take us across the lake. I've never been over there before. It's still inside the dome, so I don't expect it to be too different from here. We'll likely encounter dangerous beasts, so the rest of us will go first. You follow when it's safe to do so, alright? Alright, be careful, everyone. Nah, you going too. You going too. Yeah. Gotta be 690. 684! How much gil I got? Well, we'll see if buy something. Probably not. If I can't buy something, I'll have to. Actually, hold up. I can finish. I can go open this up. To raw withdrawal. Go open this up real quick. Let me see if I can buy something first. What would be good to buy? What's my lowest item? These are all 690. 72. Yeah, I can get rid of that ring. I bet the rings are expensive. Let's see. We'll find out. 710. Let's see where that gets me. Where is it? Is any of the rest of this stuff 100 or close to 100? Yeah, nope, it don't look like it. 687. Let's see, let's see, 72, 78, 72, so an ear and another ring. Let's see how much the ears are. There's 13 of them mugs. Let's see how that does. 690, woo woo! My DPS is probably gonna be low compared to everybody else's, but oh well. Okay, we in that thing. We did it! Now I can go ahead and do that quest while we're waiting for that to pop. Living memory. Bro riding a snipper. Some little crab looking things are called snippers. Let's get it. You're an FF rather. Woo! That was quick. Aha! There you are, Rock. Turn the volume up on this one. Some music. See what the music talking about. Wait for me. Why didn't it? Wait for me. Wait for me. Oh. Dressed up Christmassy. I don't need your Eucrasia. Let's do it. Hey, give me that time, Buster. I'll take that down. I need it. I want to read these notes. I'll take that. here. To here. Oh, he's got all 17. Lucky. He's better here than me. That's why he's out DPS and it's making me mad. It's all good. I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna catch up. It's okay. It's okay. Runibdiati. Runibdiati. Wait for me. What about this? Why are you winning on lots, bro? Come on. Why y'all always cheating? Do this. He did. Haha. Now I'm the top DPS. Oop. Almost got hit by that. Play chicken then if y'all want to play chicken. Whoa! Hey, you supposed to die. Oh. I couldn't get anything. Oh, cool. Nice. 4 card bundle.
For all the talk of my brother felling this beast, he only imprisoned it, like Vali Armanda.
From what I could tell, they sought to transfer people's souls and memories into bestial vessels at that facility.
That almost looks like an
The
observation.
Dural explains the need for a remote location. It was doubtless their prime subject.
The thing up there looked like a observation deck. And maybe they were observing this. It's still alive. I just realized it's still moving. Yeah.
So,
Oh no! My bad. I pushed the button.
And so, in order to prevent the breakdown of the individual, I instead seek to transfer their soul into the body of the beast.
Hold up real quick, let me read what she said, because I actually skipped it. Though I expect Zorolja did not foresee the opportunities it presented when he imprisoned the creature. Okay, that was all she said. Alright, we're good, go ahead.
This would allow one to wield the power of a Turol Vidrol. In theory, our initial experiments will involve lesser creatures. But in time, I am confident we will be able to bring even the mightiest under our control.
And what becomes of those who offer their souls?
As they won't be able to return to their original forms, we must consider them lost. But the sacrifice will be worthwhile, for the army you stand to gain will far surpass any composed of mechanical soldiers.
Very well. Recruit volunteers and begin at once.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I shall return to the observatory and see to the necessary preparations.
I wonder if they volunteered willingly, or was their regulator forced them to volunteer. Ah, there's the Mamouja female right there.
So, you've given him permission?
Teshalja, you will assist Kaniloka. As one of the Land's Guard's finest chirurgeons, your knowledge may be of use in his experiments. You will also watch him closely. In what you learn, you will report to me. You object to his project, or are you incapable of performing this duty?
No, Your Majesty. Whether we shelter within the dome or expand beyond it, we require great power. But with no one to rely upon, we must take that power for ourselves, even if the means are questionable. I will do as you command. But if Kaniloka's work bears fruit, I wish to beg a boon.
What do you desire?
Something that I had accepted I would never have in Tuliolal. That I believed would forever be beyond me. That it was foolish to covet. But here and now, it is close. So very, very close.
Sorry, I don't know why that was funny.
Perform your duty to my satisfaction, and anything you desire is yours. That which I seek does not lie within this dome. Here, I cannot prove the miracle. But if what you seek is at hand, then you may claim it, for it has no value to me.
Are you alright?
Bruh. Was that his mom?
Teshalja.
Hold up.
Could she be my mother?
Hold up. If T-Shell Jaw is his mom, and Zoroja, or whatever his name is, wanted her to get results in order for him to be born. What if she was the car bomb? Because when E-Rock looked at her, his little thing triggered, his echo. And echo doesn't, it from what I remember, only happens when he is dealing with people, not like animals. So that's interesting. I wonder if that was his mom. We just killing everybody's moms and stuff.
Like the people in the outskirts said, few Mamulja lived in the Yasulani. I can't imagine many other Ubico women were trapped in the dome. That being the case, she could well be the one.
This observatory Kanaloka returned to, could it not be part of the research facility? We might learn something about Teishalja there.
That's where we're going next, then.
Cool. That'd be interesting. Now that the danger is behind us, it started sinking in just how unsettling this place is. Hard to believe it used to be a village. That's true. All those zombies were coming out and stuff. We were fighting. I didn't even think about it at the time when I was fighting. It seems this Kanaloka was in charge here. From your recounting, he was quite dedicated to Zoroja. Oh, is this the dungeon? Oh, I think it is. Oh. Does it let you look at the notes? I don't want to leave here. I want to look at the notes. Let me see if I passed any notes. Where are the notes going? Since this ain't really the dungeon. I think the notes are gone. I'm not seeing. There was one at that desk. If it's not there, then I know they're not here. Oops. Oh, they're not here. No notes. No! That sucks. I'll have to run back in that dungeon and read everything. People are just gonna have to wait. Oh, there's still people in here. Dude! Each one has a monitor thing in front of it too. They're like cells. They're like prisoners. What are these? Oh. It's pretty crazy looking. Oh, my bad. They're like, you are not samurai. I wish I could see the past like you, then I could see people who are gone. Because there aren't any other Mamulja women here. For a long time I couldn't even imagine what my mother looked like. But when I visited Tuliyola and saw some, I was finally able to picture her in my mind. And one day I hope I can see what she actually looked like as well. Yeah, man, what he said. I got a bunch of tenacity here. What skill speed? Hey! It's about to be one. Among the abandoned. While we've discerned the purpose of the research conducted here, the traces of it that remain might afford us a greater insight into what came of it. Let's take a look around for information as well as a way to the upper level. People here. Did they all leave, or did we already meet them? Or did they meet the sword? I think that people actually volunteered their souls for these experiments. Success was far from guaranteed, and even in the best case, they would cease to be men. Was their devotion to Zoral Ja so absolute? Question. Terminal. It won't open, and I don't think it'll yield to our shoulders either. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way and find the key. What? Ah, cut this thing. Ah, cut this wide. I think we can see behind the rock iron gate. Excuse me. As sturdy as it appears, the gate will likely resist attempts to force it open. The security panel is nearby. Press the verification key open. Where the verification key at, though? Let's check over here. A big old red circle. Whoa! Was that here earlier? Mangled corpse. Ooh, this show is mangled. Look at it. Ooh. Ooh. Your journal lies next to the body. I was transferred to Uweyawata station in order to train the villagers in the use of electro technology. While a child can quickly learn to operate common contraptions, it'll be no easy thing for them to attain the required skill to develop new weapons. Once we require no less than the manipulation of souls. Ones which require no less than the manipulation of souls. Thankfully, two of my pupils have demonstrated great aptitude in the field. Kaniloka, the village chief, and Tishal Ja, a field Kairusian. Further driven by their loyalty to our king, their growth has been remarkable. I dare to hope that, before long, they'll be able to carry out their duties. Without further instruction, I may be relieved of my duty. If you find nothing that resembles a verification key, perhaps you should search elsewhere. He didn't make it out of here. Kaniloka. Kaniloka. It is busted wide open. What you got to say? I wonder what Beg Lug would make of this research into transferring souls. Amen, brother. Amen. Y'all know who Beg Lug is? That's that little puppy dog looking thing. Little, I don't even know what you call them. But they're from Shadowbringers. They help transfer the souls into the crystal so we can carry them over and restore the Scions back to their bodies. Researchers likely moved between the upper room and lower levels. Perhaps we can find a key among their belongings. With them out, even though I don't really like you. It makes me angry to think about what they did here. Yeah. Test subject's journal. It's not verification key, but it's lore. They're recruiting volunteers for a new experiment. I know I'm not as bright as the others, but they wouldn't laugh at me if I was stronger than them. This might be my chance. Soul transferred a few days ago. I can write good, yes. I am good, very good. Getting hard to control strength. Today, bit off hand of feeder. Oh, bit off hand. Like bit it off of the mouth. Hand to feeder, cannot help it, so strong. Hungry, always hungry, cannot control. Eat, I must eat. Am eater, must eat. You find nothing that resembles a verification key. Oh! See documents. Supplies for the staff are neatly arranged within the cabinet. Among the various items is a manual outlining regulations and tranquilizing gas to be used in emergencies. You dig deeper and find a verification key. Perhaps it can be used to open iron gates. Sweet! Who wants the sword? Blood and junk all over the place. Or whatever this stuff is. Great. Open up! You found the key? Great. I'll call the others. Let's do voice acting. Square. Yoshi P. I need more voice activations. Okay, I need more voice acting. Seems the key can be used to operate the lift as well. Up we go. Well, they don't want to pay no money for the voice actors. What's up with that? What's up with that? We don't want to pay no money. Huh? I pay my monthly subscription. Where the voice acting at? Where it at though? This looks like the control room of the ship. A little bit. This is the observatory. Why is this not voice acted? Come on. I didn't expect it to be similar, but this is a far cry from the temple that held Valigamanda. All the machinery appears to still be operational. Still to be in operation. I expect there are auxiliary systems in place to ensure that monitoring can continue even in emergencies. The warnings indicate various anomalies related to the seal's failure, most likely. For a blessing, we managed to fail the beast before it could cause harm. Right then, let's see if we can find some clues about Guluja's Madre. We can use this terminal. She'll talk you. We shall see. I said it again. I did it again. I made another funny. There's so much data. I don't know what we should look at. Perhaps we can narrow down the search by inputting the name of Tishalja. I was looking at him like, duh, put your mama's name in there. It brought up a lot of results. They all seem to say the same thing. Tishalja, Administrator of Experimental Treatments, Research Logs. That sounds good, doesn't it? Chances are the data is encrypted, and even if not, it will take considerable time to go through it all. And let us take it with us to the back room and have Shell analyze it. Agreed. Alright, I'll transfer it to the storage device I brought. What? You thought to bring a storage device? Why are you nodding at me? There, it's finished. Thank you so much for bringing me all the way here, everyone. If you're happy, then so am I. Besides, I was able to learn more about my brother as well. It was a fruitful adventure for the both of us. Cool. The fights were fun in that dungeon. I did like the dungeon. It was very well made. So props for that. Square. Props. I don't think the music was. Yeah, I think it was just this music, wasn't it? Could be wrong. I can't remember. Even though I just did it. Alizé! I admit the Tyrrell withdrawal gave me a fright at first, but then I remembered who failed the mighty Vanagamanda. I'll not soon forget our visit to that facility. It was a troubling reminder of the depravity that can arise from the belief that souls are simply a resource to be exploited. Amen, brother. So I hate this place. I'm glad we could find what we sought in that abandoned facility. Well, I'm glad that you're glad. Kilusa is really good at driving the hover car. I wonder if I can learn how to drive it too. Nah, bruh. You're the king of resolve. You can't be driving. And here we are. The authorities will doubtless wish to be informed about the facility and its contents. But first things first, let's deliver the data to Shell. Shell. Nah. Yue Yawata. Do. Hi. Yes, I'm going into the back room. What they talking? Well, I can see things haven't changed much since the funeral. People are still listless like before. What's my doctor? Having now spent some time in these harsh environs, I feel I have a better understanding of how much of a steadying presence Fiend was to her people. Kyle? I've been thinking. It may behoove us to learn how to use the various devices found throughout Alexandria. Better late than never, after all. The data will be in good hands with Shale. No one cares what Wukumat has to say. Welcome back! Gulu Jha has already given me the storage device. There looks to be a wealth of data, all of which is encrypted, so I'll need time to process everything. In that case, Alizé and I will take ourselves around the city and check on the people. Aye, their mood has us a bit worried. I don't know if there's anything we can do to help, but we'll see. Understood. I'll let you know as soon as I've finished my work. Thank you. We'll see you again soon. And what you want? Alizé isn't wrong. The mood out there is still grim. Some of the Turali remember a time before they were dependent on the soul system, but even they're unsettled and wondering aloud if they'll have the chance to reunite with old friends and family before they pass on. With good reason, too. The journey home won't be an easy one for those who've grown old. That's why it's mostly been younger folk who've been leaving the Tural, ones with no elders to care for. Word of that problem has reached us in Tulialal. My brother is doing all he can to see that Shaktaral Railroad restored to operation, so that people may come and go more freely. Unfortunately, the tracks only go as far as Vanguard, so some traveling by foot will still be necessary. Even so, the railroad would make things a sight easier. How long before it's back in service? I couldn't say. When I left for this visit, Koana seemed reluctant to make promises. But while Shell's working on the data, we could go and see the state of it for ourselves. No! To Shaloni Station then! I'll make sure to keep Koana informed. Man, that was the most boring part in the whole expansion. And now we're going back to it again. Why? Why? It's like Square hates us or something. It just... ugh. they have these cool places, and then in some of the stories great, but then they do this weird stuff. Why? I don't get it. Why are we coming back to Cowboy Town? Jeez. Where is it? Oh, and this is they were talking about poop and stuff for them little bison-looking things. This is so stupid. Seriously. Alright, I'm not gonna complain. I'm done complaining. I'm done complaining. I don't like this place. Okay. I mean, I like the setting. Don't get me wrong. I like the cowboy and I like all that. That's cool. You know, if they had some cool story, it'd be cool. You know, did I like this part in Shadowbringers? I don't know. There's something about it seems more annoying this time around. I don't remember it. Shadowbringers was cool. It was alright, I guess. I have to go back and watch that. I don't really remember. The setting was so cool in Shadowbringers, though. He had like the flood of light crystal thing come in, and there was a dungeon involved with it as well. So yeah, I think it was better done. Also, you're being chased by that old dude who had the Reaper-looking thing. And he had to fight a snake right against him. So yeah, I think overall it's a better story than this. Now resolve an E-Rock Lido to boot. What can I do for you? We're hoping for some good news about the railroad. There's an increasing number of people looking to return to Tyrol. They can't make the journey on foot. I see. As it happens, the Val of Reason is also on his way here to take stock of the situation. Ah, scratch the on his way. So he's here. No, not him too. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, he's not looking good. Did our little Bun Bun finally outgrow his old clothes? This part sucks. Stop that. As you well know, my previous attire was that of a gleaner, and I have chosen a different path. It was time for a change. You hear about the railroad too? It was in part for my sake that the original Dawn Blazer was sacrificed. So it felt only right that I assist with its replacement. No, Square just wants to annoy us some more than keep putting annoying characters in the story. Speaking of which, I assume Lamati has explained the growing urgency of the need. What have you to report? The new locomotive was on track for completion, but we're having difficulty pulling her into the station, in a manner of speaking. You see, when we used the Dawn Blazer to get into the dome, urgency outweighed all other considerations, but now we're back to our original problem. How to run the railroad without upsetting the inhabitants of Mewahesson. That is, the Ronick. Yeah, these things again. We were talking about their poop last time we were here. All the different ways they use their poop. Though the Hitsaro that follow them are none too pleased about their Hitso being spooked by the noise of the locomotive either. The solution I've devised to quieten the railroad should address that complaint. But a silent train presents a different danger. Ronick will need to be deterred from wandering across the tracks. And I suppose we can't just blow the whistle at them, or they'll panic and be put off their grazing again. Weren't the routes plotted to avoid the Ronick's preferred grazing areas, though? It's odd that they're getting so close in the first place. The Ronick's grazing patterns have shifted since the tracks were laid. I'm not certain why, but I intend to ask the people of Mewahetsoan for their insights. As a major proponent of the railroad, I have a duty to assist in this matter. And I, too, would hear what the Hetsaro have to say about it. They are the ones most affected, after all. I believe it would be best to begin by consulting their leader, Wato. The rest of you can accompany us to the Hetsaro encampment if you like. Bruh. Bruh. Making us do this again. I can't believe it. Sucks. Hold up real quick. Let me do this real quick. Hold up. Hey. For the movie thinking we saw, we won't play. Down. Music dispenser. I want one of those mounts. Man. Kona is a decent character. As committed as the Hetsar are to tradition, they are amenable to the unfamiliar, or so I'm told. I don't care what will come out here, but I have to say. And you, young boy. I don't care what you have to say. Valve Resolve, Valve Reason, I bid you welcome to our camp. But what brings you all the way to Mewahetsoan? I thank you for seeing this. Our visit concerns the matter of Shoktaral Railroad. Shoktaralski. You too have noted the Ronik's unexpected change in behavior then. My son, Geppetto, is that supposed to be like Geppetto from Pinocchio, but it's Geppetto, has been looking into this matter. Geppetto? Yes, sir. Normally, we'd expect the Ronik to keep to their favorite grounds here nearby for a while yet. And despite a thorough search, we haven't found anything wrong with the quantity or quality of the grazing in Pirionan and Iwatanane. Yet they refused to... Oops. What happened? My bad. Okay. Yet they refused to keep to where they usually would, instead pushing westward toward your railroad. I certainly see no cause for this unseasonal migration. Nevertheless, should they continue to move west, we will follow. As any true Hetsaro would, I suppose. As you may have surmised, I am a Hetsaro descent. I am of Hetsaro descent. My parents traveled with the Ronik as well, though I myself have no memory of the experience. So I guess that's supposed to sort of mimic the Indians and how, you know, they were a migrating tribe and they would follow the bison. I guess. You survived, okay. I was left behind as a babe, you see, during such a migration. One of many sacrifices necessitated by a nomadic lifestyle, I am forced to assume. On the inside, he's like, my parents hated me, they didn't want me. A chance encounter with a kind Pelu merchant was the only reason I survived. Taking pity on me, he taught me his trade that I might fend for myself. I became a stall keeper in Tuliolaw's markets, and that is where the Dawn servant found and adopted me. I had already been in the palace some time when Lamati came to join us. Like me, she had been cast aside by her parents. I knew the pain of solitude and wanted to spare her that suffering. As this tiny child's new brother, I swore I would always be there for her. Oh, so sweet, big bro. Truly, I've never heard of the Ronek choosing a path so arduous as to force such a terrible decision, nor of any Hetsaro willingly leaving their own flesh and blood behind. There must have been some exceptional circumstance. I cannot say. The idea of following in their footsteps that I might better make excuses for their actions never much appealed to me. Well, that's rude. He said, forget my parents. Forget them. Forget them. They hated me. They didn't want me. But if they had good reason, wouldn't you want to know? Even if it might help you better understand their Ronek's current behavior? As is so often the case, you are correct. Though my discomfort with the Hetsaro way may arise from fear of reopening old wounds rather than blind fervor for innovation, it would nevertheless see me repeat past mistakes. And to refuse to learn one of our country's treasured traditions would make me a poor Dawn servant indeed. Please teach me of the Ronek and what they mean to you. I promise to listen with an open mind. I ain't listening. I want to hear nothing about poop. Would be delighted. In the meantime, your companions are welcome to look around. Will you learn of Hetsaro culture with me? I should like to approach this with the fervent curiosity that you and my sister share, but it would be useful to know whether I am doing it correctly. Then it's settled. You'll learn more of the Ronek, and we'll have a look around the plains, and perhaps in the process we'll find the answers we seek. Shouldn't they have already done this? They live here. Weird. I mean, I get what's going on. I just don't get what's going on. The quickest way to learn about our way of life is to do as we do. I hope you're not above manual labor. I'm above it. I'm not the most experienced, I'm ashamed to admit, but I shall put forth every effort. That's all we ask. Take these tools. Here's your customary poop scooper and your customary... waiting to say. Now introduce yourself to anyone who looks busy and ask if you can help. We'll be happy to teach you what to do in exchange for another pair of hands to do it. Let us meet back later to share what we've learned. I mean, I guess it's similar to what they've been doing. I mean, we had to watch hippos. So I didn't catch it on live stream, but we had to watch the hippos and little hippo beast tribe, elephant beast tribe people cleaning them. You're learning about the Hetsaro way of life, are you? I may have a thing or two to share, but rather than talking your ear off, let me test your powers of deduction. I find answers much easier to recall later if I arrive at them myself. Our Hetso provide us with something that we use in medicines. Poultices? I forgot how you pronounce that. And soap to drive away pests and to sustain our fires. What is it? Bones? Whose bones? Is it dung again? Even they know. And they keep doing it. See, they even put it in here as a joke, so they know. Meat and organ? Meat? It's dung. It sounds like there's a story there, but that is indeed the correct answer. Oh my gosh. course. The very first thing that we talk about is poop. We've discovered myriad uses for Ronic chips over time, each a boon to our way of life. Where there is a need, our Hetzo always provide. You know, and if you burn poop, I mean, it's got to be stinky around here. It's got to be. It's got to stank. Stanky. There's got to be there has to be a certain stankness to this place. You building tents now? This won't do. The wind will go right through it, and me without my needle and sinew. Here you go. Mending kit. Oh, there. These are precisely what I needed. I should be able to patch up the covering now. Given how often we pack up and reassemble our tents, they're bound to get the occasional tear. Fortunately, the Ronic hide they're made. The Ronic hide they're made of is durable enough that we generally needn't worry. So let's teach us that the Ronic provide everything that's needed. Yeah. I'm afraid I finished with my task for the time being, but since you're so eager to learn about our way of life, why don't I tell you a bit about our migration customs? If you're here, you likely already know that the Ronic are our Hetzo, our guides. So that's what Hetzo mean? I didn't remember that. That we travel with through the turning of the seasons. We trust them to lead us to the fertile lands with all we need to. Oh, right, because they need food, so they're gonna migrate and find new food, and so that's what they mean by guide. Gotcha. But you may not know that sometimes the herd splits into two, bound for different paths. On those occasions, we Hetsaro must also part with half our number. What? You may think it a strange and stressful custom, but over the years it has seen us visit new lands and broaden our horizons as people. This too is the wisdom of the Hetzo. That's interesting. That is interesting. I'll give them that. That's an interesting little lore bit. That actually was a little bit worth it to not the poop part, but. You stroke the Ronic's coat, so you note that many portions are shaggy and tangled. This one's fur is a bit overgrown, but a good brushing should thin it out. Would you like to give it a try? You'll need the right tools for the job, mind you. A comb of the type you're used to would just get lost in the tangle like if not. Fur brush. When I used to detail cars, it would suck to get a car that was full of animal hair. And there were some ones, you know what I'm saying? And I was over here trying to use these different tools to try to get it out. No, it's like tearing up the carpet and stuff. And you try to use a vacuum, it's sticking to the carpet, it's not coming up. I'm like, why? But then I came across this rubber brush. I think it's made of rubber. It's I think it's rubber, it's not plastic. And all you do is you just lightly run it across the carpet. It pulls it up so easily. I was like, this is a magic brush. Who came up with this idea? Nothing I was using was working. Anyways, that's a little E-Rock history. Geppetto sent a Ronic brush with you, did he? How like him. Now, just run it through one little patch at a time, gently. I like the music here right now, it's nice. You dutifully brush the Ronic until your arms grow weary from the prolonged battle with its coat. It appears much tidier now, though the same cannot be said for your clothes, which have acquired a new coat of their own. Nice. Well done. With less excess fur, our friend here will be more comfortable in the afternoon heat and less susceptible to illness. A combed coat also makes it easier for us to identify injuries should the need arise. said, what a lovely melody. He put the moves on her with the flute. Geppetto. Let's go talk to this dude. You smell of grass and the wind, which is a good thing, I promise. You could nearly be mistaken for one of us. You even look the part. I do. Because he's a Makote, just like y'all. I have to wonder how Val Kawana is getting on. I assumed he would be reluctant to get his hands dirty, but it seems his wish to understand us was sincere. He's probably doing all the poop work. Oh, there he is now. Wuklamot needs to do all the poop work. That's the one who needs to do it. Their eyes look crazy. You see their eyes? Their eyes look like they're insane. Unhinged. Apologies for my tardiness. I was tasked with grazing the Ronic and ended up rather far afield. I found myself wandering hither and thither at my companion's inclination. To force us back to the trail seemed inappropriate. But how was your own work? Have you anything to share? So life revolves around the Ronic, but in turn the people receive all they need. The Ronic are treasured members of this community, as important as family. Yes, I feel the truth of this myself. While I was hesitant to leave my fate to the whims of the Hitso, rather than tread man-made paths, I arrived where I was meant to be all the same. Mine is not the only way, though at times I lack experience to know otherwise. My inability to conceive of how a decision might be right does not mean that it is wrong. My parents had a duty to the Ronic as they did to me, and so I wonder if their leaving me behind was not so selfish an act as I once believed. I have no way to know, of course, and regardless, this has no bearing on our present concerns. We are here in service of the people of Toral, after all. Nevertheless, I thank you for helping me find deeper meaning in what we've done today, and I'll endeavor to remain curious, especially where the Hitso are concerned. I'm glad to hear that, Valkawana. You're welcome among our herd anytime. I did find one thing that's interesting. The following them, and then when they split paths, the people have to split with them. That was interesting. But anyway, more Pete talk. What time is it? 1:30? The warmth of family. Hopefully it's about over. I don't want to say hopefully, but... See, look at their eyes. They look crazy. Like they're actually insane on the inside and they're just waiting to go crazy. Kawada, how did it go? I believe I finally understand the significance of the Hitso. Why is this not voice acted? They nourish the Hitsaro as they grow and provide warmth and companionship in a harsh and unpredictable world. They are all equal. They are the equal of any man, no beast to be tamed. Moreover, Ronic are sensitive. Though we may treat their injuries or brush their coats to keep them hale, they must ever be free to follow their instincts and seek lands where they might thrive. I don't think that beasts are equal to men, but... The Hitsaro would never cage them, and neither should we. To control their migratory patterns or capture those who wander too close to the tracks is out of the question. I'm not saying animals should be treated badly, but they're not equal to man. But then again, on here, humans are animals, so look at Wuklamot. And it is particularly important to advance our original line of inquiry. Fortunately, we were able to visit the Ronic Ronek's once favored gazing grounds. As we were told, the grass looks fine, but the place is too quiet. It's not just the Ronek, even the birds and field mice have fled. We did encounter one pack of Ceratoraptors, but they looked to be passing through in a hurry. Typically, that sort of behavior in the fauna would be associated with natural disasters, earthquakes, landslides, and the like. Though the Hetsara would have surely put two and two together were the cause geological. I measured the area's ether to be certain. There was indeed nothing to suggest recent environmental disruption, but I did notice one anomaly. A strong etheric signature to the east, moving across the plain, albeit slowly. Large animal, perhaps? What do you think, Coda? Large animal, perhaps? And a powerful one, like as not, a predator, given the local fauna's behavior. One of the raptors we saw looked like it had a bite taken out of its tail by something with very large fangs. It couldn't be. Turuhetso? Turuhetso? Turuhetso. Ronek Reaver, in the common tongue. Our people have several names for such creatures. Fangs that steal Hetso in the night is another evocative one. Ronek can fend off many predators with their horns, but not the Turuhetso. Their scales are tough as adamant, and neither horn nor arrow can pierce them. A well-toothed carnivore with an unusually tough hide. I cannot recall any such fauna in this region. They usually roam the wilds in the northeast, and most herds keep well clear of them. I can't tell you why this one is so far from home, and it's packed both. In any case, I believe the source of the Ronek's consternation is clear, as is our next move. We must drive this Reaver away, that they might return to their gazing lands in peace. Grazing lands. Grazing, grazing. His eyes look crazy! Never fear. We will make certain that the beast threatens you no more. Coolio. 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 Alright, hold up real quick. Hold it up, 9. I said, hold up, 9. Okay. Alright, let's get her there. The Ronek Reaver is a clear threat to the local population. We cannot... Oh, hold up. My bad. Getting this tangled. Alright. Okay, we cannot allow it to roam unchecked. But it won't do for us to go running off in search of it without having made proper preparations, and if others returning from across the plain have spotted it, they may be able to inform us of its recent behavior and where it might be found. Your progress through the upcoming battle with... Okay, that's not... I already know what they're gonna say. I already know. They find it?
Help! Help!
Oh, no, this part's voice acted. Sick of you.
Turuhetsu is coming this way!
Turuhetsu!
It has beasts across the plains in a panic, and our Ronek are practically paralyzed with fear. We must get them to safety.
We can assist by helping to calm the creatures. Once they're less agitated, it should be possible to hurt them.
And after they're out of harm's way, we'll deal with the Ronek Reaver.
I suggest you remain here to attend to the Ronek when they arrive.
They'll be safe with me. Please, be careful out there.
Let's do it! Leroy Jenkins!
Make haste! We must protect the Ronek!
Make haste to the place!
Don't worry, we're right behind you.
Let's do this. We might pray for the hit, so alright. What you fighting? There they are.
There they are!
What's going on over here?
They're terrified. We must do what we can to soothe them.
Okay. Sweet little Ron, that poor little baby, okay? And all of them? All good?
That herd should be alright. Let's look for stragglers. None shall be left behind.
Uh-oh, they running. What y'all running for? Call the hunters, run! Uh-oh.
There must be something up ahead. Come!
Yep. I see some pterodactyls.
There!
Why you hurting our peeps?
Are no match for the likes of us.
Why y'all ain't getting this one over here? Whoa! Okay, look at this. There's more of these ones. Oh, no! You got that one? Hey, let me show me up. There's more of them! Oh, I'm gonna.
All or nothing.
Oh, like that, oh. DPS check. Alright, man, we get it. Stop showing me up. I'm trying to show me up.
trick.
Hold on.
For the fodder, at least. But where's...
Yeah, where's the big boy? Where's the big boy? Where the big boy at? Big boy. Woo, that is a big boy. My goodness. No wonder they was running. I'll be running too. I'll be running.
Impenetrable scales and wicked fangs.
Yeah.
That's a Ronak Reaver, and no mistake.
Huge. Oh, that's a little Ronic. He's gone.
There! That one there!
Maybe those aren't crazy eyes. Maybe those are anxious eyes. They're super scared on the inside. That's what they're. Oh, that ain't effective at all. What you gonna do?
Not so fast!
What? Oh! Why didn't break his gun? Oh! Oh! Broke his glasses and everything.
Even should it cost me my life. I will save the Hetzel!
Can't leave him by himself. Sword!
Kana! Are you alright?
Do not concern yourself with me. Get the Ronek to safety!
He's like, you got your meat lunch.
You've nothing to fear.
Why does Aaronville have the deepest accent of everybody? Every time I hear him talk, it's completely different than everybody else.
Right! Let's finish the
They all
job!
live in the same place. Let's kill this dude. It's time to put him to the sword.
I made a vow to our people. You shall plague them no longer!
Right between the eyes. Let's go time. Let's do it!
You find the vow of reason is not
Look at him. Look at him with the one-liners.
Damn it! Not even a scratch!
Yeah, his shoes hardly moving.
Give me some time to think, will you? Must have a weakness. I will find it. Get busy. I need time.
Open the leg!
Go for the legs! Whoa! Ow! Go for the legs, I said! Cool! Blocked it!
Now we just have to keep it pinned. You're thinking, Kona!
Get it, Kona!
Whence does it flow?
Check the ether.
I've got it!
Oh! Rude.
One well-placed piercing round to the chest, and... You're done for!
Let's do this.
That's stem the flow of protective ether.
Still not backing down, huh? Fine with me.
Ooh. Ooh. Why won't you die? Who are these?
We must disperse that ether ere the river recovers it.
This is going to hurt.
Oh, there's another set. Ooh. Oh, he was about to get it. He was about to get it. Nice.
We did it. The Etzo, are they...
The Ronek have all made it to Mechwa Hetsuan. Hunters are scouring the area for any remaining threats, but the local fauna appear to have calmed down.
We cannot thank you enough for your timely aid. You, most of all, Bow of Reason. We feared you would be loath to take direct action, yet you didn't hesitate to put your life on the line.
Sure didn't. Gotta give it to him.
I did no more than is a Dawn servant's duty. The ethereal conductivity of those scales is astounding. I dare say we could repurpose them to create a device that emits controlled pulses of ether.
Ether resembling that of the predator the Ronek fear most. It might work. If we struck the right balance, we would have the means to deter the Ronek from approaching the railroad without causing them undue distress.
Incredible! Kona, you've done it again.
I must say, I was hoping I'd never have to see one of these again. Still haven't forgotten the last one. And it's been more than 20 years now. I had come as a trader to the camp in Lozeni Hetta. A camp that was obliterated in an instant by that monster. Lozeni Hetta. That's where the Pelu Pelu trader found me as a babe.
What?
Please, can you tell me what you saw?
So that monster was what made them leave him? Is that what I'm to understand?
As I said, I had traveled there to trade with our fellow Hetzaro. Like us, they followed the Ronek. And like us, they were visited by a reaver. The fiend struck like a whirlwind in the night. It was chaos. I grabbed some token belongings and bolted in a panic, thinking only of getting as far away as possible. But even in my panicked state, I could not help but notice the young couple racing the other way, toward the fell creature. "We're distracted," I heard one cry. "Save our son! Save the Hetzo!" After that, nothing but the pounding of my heart and feet and Ronek thunder. I ran and ran. As the sun broke the horizon, I found myself separated from both man and beast. Windborne words say that a group of survivors reunited with their remaining Ronek and have long since moved on. But still more were never seen again, including the brave couple. Or so the story goes. And what became of their child? I'm afraid I don't know. But if he wasn't with the survivors, even if he lived through that night, the wilderness wouldn't have been kind to a little one out on his lonesome. Maybe not. But perhaps a passing Pelu Pelu would. And one day, even a Dawn servant himself.
Oh, yes, that's what they're saying.
All these years, I was convinced that my parents had left me behind to follow after the Ronek. But now I see they didn't abandon me.
They were trying to keep me safe.
Aww.
I've wasted so much time resenting them, when in truth, they gave me everything I have today. It is thanks to them that I live to know the warmth of family, even after they were gone.
Nice.
And now that I am done, servant, all of Tuliyola is my family. A family I will always protect, as my parents protected me.
Nice. Cool beans. Alright, y'all. Well, I'll be back with a part 2. Well, we can go ahead and finish up here. We'll watch this. We'll see where this takes us. Maybe this is the end. Oh, no, because we ain't looked at the data for, what's his face? Okay. To note the hits, so, are safe is more than enough, yet would it be wrong to hope that in protecting them, we also avenged my parents? It is the least I owe to them after all this time. Iraq, I thank you for standing by me, as Dawn servant, and as the often perfect man beneath the mantle. Now, let us return our attention to the matter we came to address, shall we? Oh, they gotta quiet the, put someone on the train also so the Ronick can stay within the tracks. We removed the root cause of the Roniks straying from their favored grazing and obtained the tools to devise an additional precautionary measure, a silent whistle as it were. This whistle must be capable of emitting pulses of ether strong enough that they will shy away from the tracks on instinct, yet not so strong as to drive them into a panic. If we can achieve this, it will be a far sight better than a traditional whistle, more effective and less stressful for the creatures themselves. Let us return to Shaloni Station and begin work on it then. While Walika and his crew will doubtless be relieved to finally have a solution. Cool beans. Now back to the station. Yay! Yay! Can this just work and me not actually have to be running around doing crap? You look pleased about something. Good news for the railroad, I take it? Hi, hi. So, the Ronick were avoiding a predator. Smart ones they are. And Val Kawana not too bad himself. What with his whistle idea. Sit tight. We'll have this train on the track before you know it. Yeah, let's sit tight. Is this voice acted? Is this voice acted?
We're ready to go.
Good. Good. Somebody say good. Good, very good.
Whoa! She looks as good as new!
If I had time to do a proper job, could have really made her shine. Had to cobble together the exterior with spare parts. We refurbished the interior, though. Not that you can appreciate it from out here. But as far as the Ronick are concerned, we've spared no effort. From the ballast to the ties, we've adjusted every bit of the track so she'll run quiet as a field mouse.
You and your crew have worked wonders. Our nation is in your debt.
Come now. If anything, credit's due to Tuliyola. It's thanks to the folk you recruited from every corner of the continent that we were able to get her up and running so quickly. Besides, the ethereal whistle's the true marvel, and we wouldn't have that without the scales you brought us. However grateful you are, know that we're even more thankful.
Right. If we're done talking, let's put this train through our paces.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Ronek up ahead.
Now, to test our whistle.
On it. Just point it in the general direction, and...
It's moving away.
You know, if they're guided by ether, that would mean that ether and food, which I guess food is made up of ether.
Meanwhile, our friends over there appear wholly unperturbed.
Well, never mind. Anyways, I'm getting into.
With this, we can alert those who wander too close without disturbing the rest of the herd.
A roaring success! In a quiet way, like. With your permission, Vow of Reason, the Shaktaral Railroad is back in service.
Sweet. For a while there, we were real worried that we'd never get the railroad running again. But now that the test drive was such a success, we can breathe easy and start hauling people to and from the dome. First Shaloni and then the continent. Watch out, Shaktaral, here we come. I share the sentiment, but we've got a mountain of work ahead of us to ensure smooth operations. Time to get back to it. The efforts of all here today have not gone unnoticed. Once more, I thank you. As for our own work, I trust you can handle matters in Alexandria, Lamati. We're back to Alexandria. Alright, folks, I'm gonna call it here and be back with a part 2 at some point. Yeah, probably won't be tonight. I'll see how. Maybe tomorrow. There's probably not much left, so maybe tomorrow. Alright, well, happy Thanksgiving to those. Thanksgiving was just a couple days ago. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you had lots of food and fun with friends and everything. And appreciate you all for watching. And I will say bye for now. Oh, before I go, comment. Y'all want me to stay samurai, or y'all want me to level up? No, I'm just messing with y'all. I'm just kidding. Only 2 people watch. Comment, subscribe, drop a donation. You know what I'm saying? Little funding for E-Rock. You know what I'm saying? Little tip in the jar or whatever. No, I'm kidding. I really want to finish this, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.